Mr. President, Rwanda rejects claims that it directs or controls M23 or any other armed group. Under international law, attribution requires concrete, reviewable proof. The report itself cites access constraint and heavy reliance on remote, open source material with no access of data. Such grave allegation must be backed by verifiable evidence. A simple word count of the FFM report reveals an interesting picture. M23 appears 110 times in the report. Rwanda/RDF appears 65 times. FRDC, 42. Wazalendo, 43. FDLR, only 15. And generic armed groups, 23 times. This imbalance shapes a pre-cooked narrative and skews the reality on the ground. It overlooks roughly 260 armed groups that operate actively in the eastern DRC, in addition of armed foreign involvement alongside FRDC, including private military contractors, mercenaries, and bilateral military forces. This fits a pattern of politicized reporting that vilifies Rwanda without evidence. Rwanda is a UN member state that contributes to peace and stability. We will not accept being continuously subjected to baseless accusation. Rigorous evidence is non-negotiable, and any breach of that standard will be challenged every single time. Rwanda also rejects any involvement in the events reported in Rutshuru in July 2025. Even the report acknowledges shortcomings in verification. Phone records and satellite images alone are not enough, especially when victims are tied to ethnical labels in ways that can inflame tensions. Meanwhile, the reports minimize the verified hate speech and identity-based attacks against the Congolese Tutsi communities that continue, particularly around Minembwe in South Kivu. The pattern is clear and urgent. We ask the Council to treat this as an early warning priority and act now. Mr. President, context matters. The DRC has repeatedly committed to neutralizing the FDLR. Through the Washington Peace Agreement, the African Union, Nairobi and Luanda process, relevant Security Council tracks, and the MONUSCO mandates. Instead, the DRC-backed FDLR have been equipped, enabled, and give space to recruit, spread genocidal ideology in the eastern DRC. And this brings me to MONUSCO. 25 years have passed. Billions have been spent. Civilians are still not protected, with the DRC-backed FDLR being provided more arms and actively recruiting. The UN's costliest mission cannot be measured by reports. Renewing mandates without review to apply effective change clearly repeats failure. Mr. President, I conclude with 3 points. We urge the Council to pause new mandates and launch a UN-aligned review to streamline overlapping mechanisms under Item 2 and 10 and redirect resources to what would be the most effective for civilians. 2, adopt and publish one evidentiary standard for all. Give concerned states timely prior notice of reports so that they can engage before any public condemnation. Condemnation without engagement is counterproductive. 3, we reject all recommendations addressed to Rwanda. It is very concerning that a point of order was ignored by the President of the Council when my delegation called for clarification of a grave allegation that was not made with any evidence. Accountability must be based on objective verified results instead of selective reporting that prejudges member states like mine, Rwanda. I thank you.